Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Crystal Flaffy, and today we are going to be talking about Tiger, or Tigar, or however you pronounce it. I know it is spelled Tigar, but I don't feel like saying Tigar, so we're going to just say Tiger. Anyway, this is the fourth video I am recording in a row, so if I start to sound raspy or whatever, I've just been talking for a lot. Let's jump into it though. Let's go find fire real quick. Here we are. Yeah, there's no real reason I'm speaking about Tiger. It's just I'm going through the Nat 4s, and I did recently summon Light, so that didn't make me want to talk about it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So here we have fire. Here's the Evo 1. Very cool. Evo 2. Also very cool. And the Evo 3. Very, very cool. And let's see, there's the variant. I like the regular. I don't like the pinkish, Yeah, I like the regular. Looking at the stats, he's a balance type. His attack and defense are actually really good for a balance type. His HP is somewhat low. That recovery stat just makes me so sad. Anyway, looking at the skills, he is a defender. What am I saying? Look at the skills. He has defense down on his 3-star, 60% 3. 1 second. Okay, I had to pause for a second to laugh at myself at all the mistakes that I just made. He is defense down, 60%, 3 turns. Skill books bring it up to 70% and give a 25% damage boost. On 5-star, he has Sap, 60%, 1 type, 2 turns. Skill books bring it up to 80% and give a 15% damage boost there. Where you'd want to use him, 2 places, Titans or Wood Colossus. For both, his leader skill works really well, which I haven't spoken about, but it is attack up 30 to 35%. Really good. It's general content, so use it anywhere. So against Titans, against both those places, really, you'll be using him only for his defense down, because 3-turn defense down is really good, especially with books, that 70% chance. It's very nice, very nice. And then, of course, his leader skill as well for both those places. Though, keep in mind, he will fall off in viability there as you start to get better mons. But he's definitely very usable. And then also, it should be noted that he is part of the fusion tree for, I want to say it's for Dark Merlin. Let's go double check real quick, yes, so it is for Dark Merlin. So yeah, there's that. I already have mine ready to go. I just need to finish off that Nifa. Get in there. I just need 4 more. But anyway, let's go back to Tiger real quick. There we are. So those are where you want to use it. If you're to use it for anywhere other than fusion, you can build it 2 separate ways. If you're using him for Colossus, I would build him more offensively, so like crit rate attack, or triple attack, or something like that. If you want to use a survivability gem, I recommend HP over defense, just because his defense is pretty good. So you want more HP. His HP requires a little more investment than his defense does. Then if using him for Titans for that defense down, I would build him fully defensive, so like HP defense is definitely what I would do there. And yeah, that's it for fire. Let's move on to water. Water, honestly, I feel is in need of a little bit of a buff. I'll get into why in a moment, but just wanted to say that off the bat. So here's the regular. Here's the variant. I like the regular. It's kind of like a snow tiger, Very cool, very cool. Oh, I forgot to mention, these things are kind of like the Khajiit or something? I don't know how to pronounce it. But that feline class, or feline race of characters from the Skyrim Elderscrolls series or whatever. Yeah. So there's that. Which I really should get back to playing. I started Skyrim, I should really play it more. Anyway, wrong game. Let's talk about MSL. So, he's a defender. His defense is really good. His HP is somewhat low, as is his attack. Well, his attack is typical for a defender, but its HP could use a little bit more points, which is why I was saying, like, well, not the only reason, but that's part of why I was saying he needs a little bit of a buff. Just lower that recovery and increase his HP a bit, But the reason why I think he needs a little bit of a buff is because on his 3-star he has Taunt, 70% one turn, which regular Taunt isn't very good. And, we saw this change with Water Leo. They changed the Taunt to Fearless Taunt, and he got a lot better. And you see him a lot more often in PvP than you used to. He's just a lot more useful now because Fearless Taunt is a much better version of Taunt. But anyway, let's speak about Water Tiger's Taunt specifically. It is 70% one turn. Skill books bring it up to 90% and give a 15% damage boost. So overall, a good rate. It'd be better if it was Fearless Taunt for that 50% damage reduction. Then on his 5-star, he has Defense down, 70% 2 turns. Skill books bring it up to 90%, give a 15% damage boost. So that's pretty good as well. AoE defense down is decent for PvP, so nothing terrible there. And as I mentioned PvP a couple times already, that is where you want to use him. He doesn't really have use anywhere else. Taunt is useless in other content. Yeah, pretty much. You can, I guess, use him as a backup defense down mon in Titans, like super early if you don't have other things, but know that there are much better options that are also easily obtainable, so I don't recommend it. If you're to build him, PvP defense is where you want to go, and you're going to want to build him fully defensively. HP defense, I feel it would be best, just because his defense is pretty good already, so it doesn't need 2 defense gems. So yeah, HP defense, and use him for PvP defense. His leader skill is also useful there as well, but keep in mind, for defense, you do want to have a defensive leader skill, so HP, defense, or resist, or crit rate down for your opponent. Those things are best. But yeah, let's move on to wood. Here we are. I did Evo 3 wood. I didn't end up using it though. I think I ended up rebirthing it, which I'm pretty bummed out about. But anyway, let's get into it real quick. So here's the regular. The only one that looks like an actual tiger based on the color scheme. And even the variant does too, to an extent, It's a Super Saiyan tiger. I like the variant. Looking at the stats, he's an attacker. He has good attack, good HP. His defense is a little low, but it's nothing terrible. In comparison to other attackers, that is, like, I think Yaksha had 2100. Yeah. So it's not too low, but it is not the greatest either. Then let's get to the skills. So he has Predator on his 3-star, 30%. Skill books do give it a damage boost. I don't know what the skill book values for wood is. I could not find them. But pretty much it's probably going to give like a 20% to 30% damage boost. So nothing crazy. Whereas on his 5-star, he has Stun, 60% one turn. I don't know what the skill books do, but it'd be nice if it at least bumped it up to 80% or made it 2 turns. Either of those would be amazing. So yeah, there's that. Hopefully it's that. Hopefully it's one of those two. Hopefully it doesn't just go up to 70% because that's kind of lame. Let me know in the comments below if you have a Wood Shura, Wood Tiger, what the skill books are for that. But anyway, where you can use it, it's pretty versatile actually. You can use it in multiple places. So you can use it in PvP offense for the leader skill and the predator, and even the stun is good there as well. Depending on what skill books do for the stun, he could be an interesting lead for special season, or hidden for special season as well. Because I have seen Wood Arthurs as hiddens for people. Wood Arthur has a 60% 2-turn stun before books. I think it's 60%. It might be 70. I don't remember if they buffed him or not. I know with books it's like 70% 3 turns or something like that, which is insane. But anyway, yeah, it'd be interesting, but just know he's not going to survive if you put him on your defense team. So he'll just pop up, do his thing, and then be taken out very quickly. So keep that in mind. Then you can also use him for GB7, just as a wood attacker, and for his leader skill there, he can help with your runs for that. Then farming in general, again with his 3-star and his leader skill, both really good. You can use him for Titans early on, just for the damage you'll be dealing with his Predator, which would be decent. It'll definitely fall off as you get Courageous Strike and Unflinching Strike mons, but it is very useful early on. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. To build it, if you're using for PvP, I would go the Bruiser build, so like HP, attack, defense. That's normally what I like to do, unless it's something with like Hunter or something that needs to do massive damage, you know? Or like their skill is damage based, so like HP Siphon, where it requires you to hit as much as possible. I would build that, something with that, like fully glass, like crit rate attack or something like that. But since his skills just boost his damage, it doesn't matter how much his base damage does. You can go a bit more survivable, so like Bruiser build I think would be best, well, at least if I were to build it. But then you can also go fully offensive as well, just to get the most out of his Predator. So like crit rate attack, crit rate attack, crit damage, things like that. If you want to use a survivability gem, like just one, if you're not going Bruiser build, I would probably go defense, just because it needs a lot of investment there, because it is pretty low. But yeah, that's that for Wood Tiger. And let's move on to Light. So I did recently summon one, and I am working on building it. Light is really good. I forget the name. I've seen someone use a full Light team in PvP offense with a Light Tiger. Their name, it's like a Japanese name, so like it's not written in kanji or anything like that. But give me a moment. I'm gonna find this person's name, because there was another video where I was talking about them and I couldn't remember their name, so I want to at least be able to shout it out here. Okay, found it. It's Hyoki Meow or something like that. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's like Hyoki Meow, like a cat. Yeah. So that's the person that I saw use a full Light team that involved Light Tiger. They paired it, I don't know, with, it was like full stun, shock, CC or whatever with Light Tiger, and it was really good. So just wanted to mention that real quick. So here we have Evo 3 Light Tiger. There's the regular, here's the variant. Both are actually really good. I like them both. I know I'm putting Light on the thumbnail for sure, but picking between the two is just really difficult. I think I like the regular a little bit more, just a little bit. But anyway, looking at the stats, he's an attacker. He has really good attack, really good HP. His defense is okay as well. Looking at the skills, he has the exact same skill set as Wood Yaksha that we spoke about a couple videos ago, except that he is of course, a Light Mon and has different stats and different leader skill. But anyway, so he has 2-turn, 100% sleep on 3-star on crit, and then he has Hunter 50% on 5-star as well. Skill books give a 30% damage boost to both those skills. So overall, he's just going to be putting things to sleep and doing massive damage. Where you can use him, he's pretty versatile. PvP offense is the main place you'd want to use him. We'll get into that in a moment. But you can use him for Titans as well, just as a light nuker. But he will fall off eventually, just because his sleep is useless there. And you'd really only be using him for damage, nothing else. You can use him for farming. The Hunter on AoE is really good for that. Dark Colossus, you can use him there, just as a light nuker. But he'll probably fall off, just because the sleep won't be helping him at all there. And then you can use him for GB10, just for like a light nuking method. If you have a full light team, you can do well there. Same thing for DB7, so there's that. You can probably use him in DB10, now that I think about it, you know. He won't be targeted by the wave mons, so he'll be living. And if you can get that 2-turn sleep on the Persephone, that's amazing as well, so that'll make things a little bit easier for you. He probably won't thrive there, but he's definitely usable. The main place you want to use him is PvP offense. His leader skill is really good for that, and then just being able to put things to sleep and doing massive damage with his 5-star, that's really good. That's where I plan to use him once I get mine built up. And how you can build him, you can go, you gotta invest in crit rate, so you need a crit rate gem. So he needs a square slot. Luckily, I think mine did have one. I need to double check actually, so we'll do that at the end of this, because I don't remember. I hope it does. But anyway, crit rate attack, or crit rate attack crit damage. Crit rate, you can go with a survivability gem as well. I would go defense over HP, so crit rate attack defense, something like that. But that's about it. Yeah, that's about it for Light Tiger. Let's go on to Dark though, and Dark is similar to Dark Odin, and because of that, just figuring out where to use them is just like difficult for me because they're so like diverse or whatever, or versatile, I mean. So here we have Dark. Looks really cool. Here's the variant. I like the regular just because of the purple. The variant is very cool as well, but I can't just pick against the Dark the regular like that. It is a tank. It has decent HP. Its defense and attack are both a little bit low, but it's alright. Looking at the skills, he has Battle Rush on his 3-star, which is really good. Skillbooks, I don't know what skillbooks do for it. Hopefully skillbooks bring it up to 10%. Bring it up to 30%, like give it a 10% boost for its Battle Rush. That'd be amazing. Or at least a 5%, that'd be nice too. And then on 5-star, he has Attack Down, 80% 2 turns. Again, for books, hopefully it either brings it to 3 turns or brings it to 100%. Either of those two would be the ideal situation. But yeah, where you can use it, 2 main places, really. PvP and Titans. If you're using it for Titans, it's just for that attack down, which would be inconsistent because it is on 5-star, but it's usable there for a while until you get something better. It doesn't hurt, is what I mean to say. And then for PvP, offense or defense doesn't matter too much. It'll probably shine better in defense just because of the Battle Rush and attack down do better there. And if I were to do that, I'd build it HP defense or HP defense defense. Wait, I said HP defense twice. HP defense or HP defense. Just keep in mind though, it is a dark attacker. It has that base 100 crit damage, so a build that has crit rate could be viable just to help it do a little bit more damage. I know that when I face Dark Odins in PvP, I usually just let them sit there because they're not very threatening unless they have a lot of crit rate. So yeah, there's that. So like maybe a crit rate HP defense build or a crit rate HP build. They're interesting. I don't know if they'd be the best, but they're interesting. So you can try those out as well. And then of course you can use it on offense, but if you were, I would use it, I'd build it a bit more offensively. So say, like even a crit rate attack, because its attack set is really low. So there's that as well that you can do. But I'd only build it like that if using it for offense. I'd probably just end up, if I had one, I'd probably just end up using it for defense and putting HP defense on it with some crit rate and resist subs. That's what I would probably go with. That's probably the best build you can do. But the other builds are interesting at the least and viable at the most, of course. Second to HP defense would be HP defense, just because its defense is low, so it could use a bit more investment there. So either of those can work with that. If I were to prioritize the Tigers, I'd go light, dark, wood, water, fire. The reason fire is last, just because you're going to want to use them for Dark Merlin fusion. I have Evo 3 Fire Tiger right over here. For my inevitable Dark Merlin fusion, I'm just working on the Dark Mammoth, however you pronounce it. I already got the light one here for Hohenheim, but need to get that dark one. Let's go double check if my light has a square real quick. Where is it? There it is. Yes, it has 2 squares. Okay, good. And a triangle. So I have the option of a crit damage gem. So that's nice to know. But anyway, oh yeah, and just want to last mention that water does really need a buff, you know? It really does need Fearless Taunt over Taunt on its 3-star. If we ever have like a balance patch suggestion poll thing again, please guys, recommend that it gets changed to Fearless Taunt. That would make it a lot better. So yeah, that's my PSA right there. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up here. I don't think I'm going to record another one today because my throat is getting very sore from recording 4 videos back to back, to back, to back. Anyway, have yourselves a good day. Like, comment, subscribe, all that, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.